Hi, YouTube. I'm back again. This is Christian Camille with a bonus collective message. So, I started another video, did my prayer, and it just didn't feel right. So, I had to clear the space. I just had to burn some sage. Anyway, now that I'm back on track, I pray that my ministry warrior and guardian angels, my squad, comes through to help me facilitate this message. Cards are ready. I also pray that I'm open. I surrender. I pray that my people that are supposed to come through see the message. That people that are here to hear the message, hear the message. I am an open vessel. Okay. First card. 5 of Cups. Central issue. Crossed by 6 of Swords. Rooted by the 6 of Wands. In the past, 4 of Pentacles. Above it all, 2 of Pentacles. In the near future, Knight of Swords. Our approach should be 6 of Pentacles. What we need to know, but we don't know, now we know sector. 2 of Cups. Hopes and fears. Queen of Wands. Outcome. 4 of Wands. Currently, our central issue is the 5 of Cups. What is it that we're harboring on? What are we crying about? What's the pity party for? 3 cups are spilled, but there's 2 behind us that's fully functionable. What's the issue, people? You know? So far, I'm not feeling very good about this. That's what I can say. But all in all, I don't like seeing the pity party card here. Our challenge. 6 of Swords. What I got immediately is we know what we need to do to move forward. We've already been clear on that. Knowing our central issue is the 5 of Cups. The pity party card is letting me know that we're in our feelings because we don't want to move forward. Knowing damn well it's good for us to do so. At the root of the matter, 6 of Wands. This is a mini victory. It's not the Chariot, but nevertheless, a victory is a victory. Good news is good news. My last message, I said that we were going to be presented with an opportunity, but we might not necessarily like how it comes about or whom it comes from. I do remember saying that we can finesse the hell out of that opportunity if we're smart, right? Nevertheless, this is still a victory. It might be small, but still a victory. In the past, 4 of Pentacles. We're being stingy. No, not stingy. People say this is the miserly card, but sometimes this is necessary. You need to keep to yourself. You need to reassess our 4 walls of our own stability. You know? It's good to help. It's good to give. But sometimes you need to help and you need to give and you need to reassess and you need to rebuild your own foundation with what you have, right? Four of Pentacles is like a self-preservation card at times for me. You know, can't help nobody if you can't help yourself first, right? This is in the past. So we either established this or this was just, yeah, we've established this. You know, whether that be mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. We have to keep to ourselves. We have to get our foundations right. If other people figured that that was selfish or being miserly with our time or whatever the case may be, so be it. If you ain't right, nobody else can be right. You damn sure can't help nobody else be right. Right? Right. Above it all, what we can draw our strengths from, we are still juggling. My message a few weeks back was, you know, it's a struggle. It's a struggle to juggle. Sometimes it's necessary. Any transition is a transition. You're slowly and gradually moving from one space to another. We're still here. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. In the near future, Knight of Swords. This is information. Coming or going. Quickly. The Knight of Swords, he's an analytical guy. First transits being fire. Secondary transits being air. One of the fastest knights in a deck. He not only have the drive and ambition and the passion and the and the direction in which he wants to go, but he's thought about it. Whatever the king and queen wants him to do, he doesn't think twice about it. He has a message and he wants to facilitate getting to the end in any means necessary. Nothing's going to stop this guy from saying what he needs to say, going where he needs to go to say it, or vice versa. Whomever is coming our way with a message. I don't feel anything bad from this. I do feel a little off guard. So whatever the message may be, it might be just that, off guard, not ready for it. What should our approach be? Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is the minor to the Justice card. Balanced. Balanced should be our approach. I'm going to have to clarify, and I don't clarify. You guys know that already. I usually don't clarify, but it feels like I'm going to have to clarify the Knight of Swords. What is coming? What is going? I don't know. But whatever the case may be, we have to make sure that we're balanced in the approach, either in giving this message or receiving this message. Balance in our heart and our mind. It's going to be hard to do. That's probably why it's a form of advice. Because whatever this message may be coming from the Knight of Swords, whether you're giving it or you're receiving it, if I said that it's going to be off guard, it's going to be a little bit harder to tap into your own balance. If it's a message that is not necessarily welcomed, it's going to be hard to be balanced. If it's a message that's going to be great, we might want to do before we actually get balanced and really think about that thing, right? In our need to know, don't know, but now we know sector, Two of Cups. Usually I say this is the lower self, higher self card. Talking about us as a collective, right? Making sure we're in line with who we are, right? This time, I'm not feeling that. Excuse me, burping. Anyway, I'm not feeling that. I'm definitely feeling an other here. Whomever it may be, or whatever it may be. You're on the same page with it. In the heart, it feels right. Hope and fear section, which is my catch-22 card. Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands. Why did I say Knight of Wands? Maybe this person is showing up. Because knights move, and they move fast. But in our hopes and fears section, catch-22 card is the Queen of Wands. First transit being fire, secondary being water. Queens are receptive. They're emotionally more open, right? The Queen of Wands, she is ambitious and she knows how to work a room. She gets shit done. She's a boss in her own right. She's a leader. But she's intuitively in tune as well. She doesn't waste her time with peasants. Not saying that she degrades them either. I'm not saying that. But she knows who's important. This isn't a hopes and fears. Catch-22 card. Outcome. The outcome is the Four of Wands. Whatever is showing up is going to present some form of stability. Outcome card is usually tied with what's above it, our strengths, what can we draw from. We got the Two of Pentacles. It's already been established in this read that something is coming. A message is coming, and it's not just coming, but it's coming fast, and it's going to catch us off guard. In our hopes and fears, we got the Queen of Wands. And our approach is asking us to be balanced. At our root, it's showing that we have a victory. These two cards lets me know that we're going to be juggling a proposition from this individual. This Queen of Wands can be male or female. I'm just telling you what this Queen of Wands embody. Hypothetically speaking, let me speak being the devil's advocate right now. Playing cards, you can't read reversals, right? So far in every single one of my readings, I haven't had to pull a card as a reversal. I said that this message coming from this Knight of Swords is going to catch us off guard. That's why our approach and our subsidiary advice is to be balanced, right? Outside of this message coming forward quickly, the only person that showed up was the Queen of Wands. In our thoughts, we are juggling two things. In our thoughts, where we can draw our strengths from. Let's say if this Queen of Wands was reversed. If she's reversed, this Queen of Wands is bitchy. She's egotistical. She's a hater. She's a mean girl or man. A bully, right? But with the Queen of Wands, she's not going to come to you in a way where you know it. She wears a good mask. A good mask. Whatever this Queen of Wands, and I will reiterate, this can't be a man. It's just the attributes I'm talking about right now of this individual. It's going to have you think and juggle whatever it is that they are propositioning you with. In the past, we've worked on our own foundation. People might have thought it was selfish, so what? But in the past, we've been working on our own individual foundation, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, making sure that we were right, right? And this is on the inside. Our outcome is the Four of Wands, which is our tangible stability. Work, family, friends, home, money. So far, this message got me a little like, Either way, if this Queen of Wands is in the reverse or even in the upright, she's going to have you think about your pros and cons with whatever she is saying. What I get from these two cards is bittersweet. Bittersweet. We have to be really smart. The second thing that popped up in my head was pivot point. Pivot points are stress points. They're important, like an apex, You can either decide to do this or you can decide to do that. But whatever you decide, it shifts a timeline. You can have this outcome or you can have that outcome. In our unexpected, what we need to know, but we don't know now, we know sector, we got the Two of Cups. And I said, this is another. Whoever this Queen of Wands is and whatever she is saying, they're going to tug on your heart strings. I kid you not, like the whole entire time, it's like caution. It's like ringing in my head, like a neon light. Caution. Our challenge is moving forward. It doesn't tell us how and which way we will be moving forward, with this person or without this person. I know for sure, though, our central issue is the pity party card. Whatever this person has done in the past had us working on our internal foundation. It wasn't always pretty. And they're pulling on our heartstrings. At the root of the matter, it does tell me we're going to be victorious. But I will be lying to you guys and say that you will be victorious if you align yourself with your intuition. You hear the message of, oh, there's no right or wrong answers. Every lesson that you learned, you were supposed to learn. However, don't be the fool. Literally, don't be the fool. Sometimes you can save yourself from a whole world of hurt with just being smart, being in tune and stepping back and thinking about your world objectively. Not running with your emotions, not running with what your mind says, making sure it's in balance, right? Yes, anything God got for you, it is just for you. However, if you're not in line, you will definitely put a detour on your path, a detour that you don't want to go through. Will a lesson be learned? I'm sure. I'm sure that lesson will be, I told you so. Let's do some clarifying. I want to clarify one card, and that's this Knight of Swords. What's the message here? What's the message here? That's all I keep hearing is pivot point, pivot point, pivot point. Four Swords. first thing that came to mind. Whatever this message is coming in, whatever this message that is coming in, don't react right away. Because you don't want to be in your emotions when you make it. Queen of Cups. Earlier this week, with our weekly collective message, I said, we might be presented with something that we might not necessarily like. Person, place, a thing. But we can finesse the hell out of it, right? I also said that we don't necessarily have to say yes or make a decision right away. 4 Wands. Step back. Be quiet. Because you don't want to run away with your emotions, whether that's positive or negative. Because whoever this Queen of Wands is, she either wears a really good face, and underneath that face, that mask that she wears, if she's in the negative, you'll know who this person is for you. They're full of shit. It just looks really pretty right now. If this Queen of Wands is in the upright for you, in the past shows that we had to work on ourselves individually, our own foundation. Whatever this Queen of Wands is, if she's in the upright, we're still in our central issue. It's the 5 of Cups. There's some bad blood. There's some bad blood. We have to be balanced, though, in our approach. Head and heart. Head and heart. And it's not going to be easy to do. Because whatever is being said, it's going to put you in your emotions. But don't give a reaction right away. 4 Wands. Step back and think about it. Because whoever this Queen of Wands is, she is pulling on your heartstrings for sure. For sure. Is there anything else I want to clarify? I don't think there's anything that I want to clarify. Advice. It's usually the last card at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Swords. What did I say? There's bad blood between you and this Queen of Wands, whomever she may be, good or bad. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Do you want to relive that? It's a pivot point. Do you want to go back down that line and learn a lesson? It's not necessary. It's just a detour on your path. Or I don't even think there's an or. I wasn't going to clarify any more cards. That's why the 10 of Swords was the last card, the bottom of the deck. I usually flip my deck back over, and I see the Ace of Swords. Truth. Playing devil's advocate again. If this Queen of Wands comes with truth, if there's bad blood between you guys from the past, you still will have to sit back. You still will have to put some space between you so you can have some time to think what it is, what you want to do, right? I wasn't going. Let me clarify this Queen of Wands. What's the intentions of this Queen of Wands? What's the intentions of the Queen of Wands? Today is 8/8, Lionsgate. There's been buzz about that, and I'm not an astrologer or nothing like that, but I know a bit. I know enough. Let's put it that way. I'm not necessarily a beginner, but I'm not, you know, the bees and knees either. Anywho, star series is aligned with the 3 pyramids in Gaza right now. And apparently it's supposed to be like a portal or something like that. Things are supposed to happen in whatever regard. But things only happen through the conduit of people. The intent of the Queen of Wands. That will clear up this message, right? Seven of Cups. First thing I popped up. Whatever this Queen of Wands is presenting to you, she's not telling you everything. Not telling you everything. Whether that's a man or a woman. Just the attributes of the Queen of Wands that I'm talking about. And it's the Queen of Wands card, so I'm going to say Queen of Wands. Everything is not being put on the table. Confusion. And I don't like it when a person comes to you and they say one thing, but you know in your gut, everything is not there. This person is talking to you, but they're omitting truths. My philosophy is, if you have to omit a truth, it's a lie. You shouldn't have to talk to somebody that's already pulling your heartstrings, that you're supposed to be on one page with. If you don't ask the right questions, you don't get the right answers. When the other should just automatically be telling you what you need to know, opposed to you fishing for the truth, right? It's up to you on what you want to do. Be careful, though. Be careful with this person. On the other hand, if this person does step forward and they do give you the truth, it's the 7 of Cups. It's a self-evaluation card. You go through these 7 cups and you look back and you do your past reflections and you see where you went wrong and yada, yada, yada. You're doing the spiritual work within yourself, right? Before you get yourself together to the 8 of Cups and realize what it was to move on, right? To your happiness eventually. If this Queen of Wands has done that and she's sincere about what it is that you have being presented in front of you from this person, right? Nevertheless, it was still bad blood between you two. It still applies. Think about it. Step back. It doesn't hurt anyone's feelings, regardless of what this Queen of Wands is saying to you, to say, you know what, I'll get back to you about that. I have to do some thinking. If this person gets their panties in a bunch and they act in a certain type of way, you'll get your answer a little bit sooner than later, right? Bottom of the deck. And this is the last bottom of the deck. 9 of Cups. If you align yourself with your intuition, if you align yourself, head and heart, are on the same page with your higher self, the decision that you make will clearly make you happy. You'll be satisfied. It's a wish fulfillment card. Wish fulfillment doesn't always entail with someone else. Take caution. Take caution. That's the end of our message. If you like what I have spoken of today, please leave a like. Please leave a message. And please subscribe. This is a bonus collective message. I guess I should do a little bit of clickbait, right? Nah, I ain't doing no clickbait. I was going to put Lionsgate on there. Nah, collective message. I think I want to call it pivot point. Take heed.